بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we are approaching the end of Ramadan, and there seems to be a lot of talk about the end of times because of the previous lunar eclipse and the up and coming solar eclipse. There are some ahadith that say, when they occur in Ramadan, that the Mehdi should soon appear. Most of these ahadith are weak. We also find some of the non-Muslims, from the Christians and the Jews, talking about signs of the Day of Judgment or the Armageddon. So there's a lot of rumors flying around, and people are, pushing these narratives. As Muslims, what should we do? The Prophet ﷺ told us that these are signs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ayatan min ayatillah. There are two signs, the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, from the signs of Allah. And he said in one narration, if you see them, you should rush to salat. In another narration, he says you should give sadaqah. In another narration, he said that you should increase in your dua. It's a time of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showing us how He can change the universe in an instant, how things aren't as normal as they are normally, and it's some way to scare us back to coming to Him, right? We find even the creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they seem to be worried that day, they seem to be off. So these signs are to encourage us to come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even if these are signs of the final days, the Prophet ﷺ taught us that if we have a seedling in our hand and we hear the trumpet of Yawm al-Qiyamah, we should still plant the seedling, meaning that we should continue on our actions, continue on our good deeds. Instead of worrying and spreading rumors, we should do the advice of the Prophet ﷺ and rush to the salat. This is what our Prophet taught us, and this is the way to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the times of change. Even if these events are coming, we want to be closer to Allah by following the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. So if you hear the Mehdi is coming, inshallah we will be on his side, but not necessarily that it is going to be this time, right? There are other signs and other events that are supposed to happen. If you hear that Yawm al-Qiyamah is coming, you would want to, of course, fulfill your duty as a Muslim and rush to the salat. Either way, you'll be on the safe side by following the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. So don't listen to the rumors of people, but listen to the book of Allah and the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.